Alright, chapter. If number 1.
Good file name.
Alright, today I've decided for myself, for no particular reason, that I will not be resetting.
No reset, PB.
Grun. If I'm ahead
Puggies.
by Grun, I'll go. If I'm not ahead, I think I'm probably just gonna reset.
There's going to be a lot of buffering because it's Twitch player, and Twitch player sucks.
Alright, fine. Let us pray. Alright, turn this down a bit. Turn this up a bit. And we ready.
Wait, I wasn't really paying attention. I was just daydreaming. Oh, this bit doesn't really matter.
So yeah, you know I slept early yesterday because I was trying to fix my sleep schedule. I think I slept at around this time. Actually no, I slept at 3. So about 2 hours from now. Thinking that I'm gonna stream until like at least morning. So yeah, fuck that fixing sleep schedule thing. I don't know what that's about.
I don't know if you guys can hear him.
I'll just go sleep. I'll just go doze off in a couple classes.
Just gonna close this.
I'll be good. What's the worst thing that can happen? Also, is my mic too loud? I am concerned about that. Too loud. Mic cost. So the ID has the in-game music and the background music.
I think what we're doing now is
in-game music and
doing the slash there, and then like basically as soon as the second guy comes from the top, you do a light slash. Like way earlier than this. And then you dash down, hit this guy with pod fire by going like on top of him or slightly forward. And then when you get to about here, you start a light slash and it takes out the third guy. And that means you can also fly up here sooner, I think. Hi, Blue Metal.
Some local recordings and seeing the balance, but I guess stream.
Hi, Air of Mystery.
Stream mic settings are different from. I guess stream.
Oh, we haven't decided yet. We've collected the poll results, but the mods are talking it through at the moment.
It's a bit loud still. Alright. I'll fix the next opportunity.
It's extremely likely the mod will be on the boards in some way. We just have to decide how to organize it. We might be doing some big changes to the boards. Wow, that was really good wave 1. If you want, Mura, you can taunt here to take them out slightly quicker, so that you can move on to the next one sooner.
+1.
Like start your DG sooner.
Damn, high jumped.
I don't know why, sometimes he has to wait to touch the ground before you get the jump. Sometimes he'll just die in midair, and you'll jump, and if you're doing the semicircle thing, you can cancel it immediately.
High jumped.
It always baits me into pressing start too soon, because there is the possibility that you do get the jump cancel like really early. If you walk forward, What, just hold up on your left stick?
Oh, slow.
Because I can consistently get the jump cancel, but only if, like, I know when he's gonna die. And sometimes he dies in midair, and sometimes he touches the ground and then dies. Oh wait, what attack did you get? Oh, the worst attack. That's probably what I would do, or like dash out of the way and light attack, or evade on the spot and do a light attack, counter attack. Nice. You got that weird jump where she dips in mid-air is because you got a double lift proc. Because the first of her 2 jumps is like weird and makes you dip down before you actually start going up. And it feels super awkward.
Easy getting rid of the heavy there. Oof. No pressure at all.
Oh, rip.
Oof.
If you what I do is like, oh, okay, cool. I guess I can start downloading, but I might drop frames. If you stand like on roughly in this square on the corner, and then aim left alongside the marking, and just do an instant DG from this spot, you usually like hit it bang on.
No pressure at all.
But yeah, that was too far backwards towards the camera. Rip. Okay. And one of the guys jumped away. Yikes. Yeah, slow-moing for longer would have stopped that, but rip.
Nothing's ever easy.
Okay, let me start downloading this. .1 gigabytes. Alright, let me know if I stop streaming. Or rather, if I start dropping frames.
Nothing's ever easy.
Is this the wrong side? I think it's the wrong side.
It's... I don't know, I got lost when I was watching.
Oh, it was the right side.
And you can also taunt there to kill them more quickly. But I wasn't really paying attention. Maybe you did taunt. Hi, Firebug. Oh, so you jump here now? I thought you said it wasn't worth. You got left side pod. Whoops.
God, laser
I'm surprised that worked.
I know.
Here you can iframe,
Things are going
but
incredibly
it
well.
probably doesn't matter
That's
because
very
you're going to
well.
have the laser cooldown anyway. Wow, that was really far right. Actually, you still hit him with it, wow. But just slightly too early. Yeah, I think it's worth, but you said it wasn't worth, so I'm surprised you're doing it. Oh, cool, you killed that guy. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but yeah, if you like have 2 lined up here and you DG from over here, then you can take out 2 in 1 DG. And that like just barely hit him. Yeah, cool. Cool. But yeah, you can DG iframe the biped attacks if you want. But in that case, you were already like almost waiting for the laser cooldown for the pentakill. So it might have put you off if you had to stand there and sit in the right position and then laser when it came off cooldown.
The mic being muted. Good for you guys to actually see good.
Buffs.
For you guys to actually see if it's better.
Oh.
Nice.
Rip.
Good.
Rip, no DGs at all.
So, as long as it's not too intrusive to the actual audio
Just give me a
itself,
sec.
I'm fine with it. This is all considering VC3 from Copy City onwards. So if I didn't lose 32 seconds, I would have been... What is it?
Okay.
What do you...
Wait, how do you skip forward in this thing? Oh my god, can you not even...
if only I didn't fail ninjas, that would have...
Jumps forward 10 seconds. Alt arrow?
Forcing it out.
10 seconds.
I can check myself. I
Okay.
should just check myself. Alright. Prologue time. Prologue time.
Better than Twitch player. Because I don't have to wait to buffer.
Would be a PB prologue. Like, to
So
happen.
what did you get?
Grew up.
A ranged attack.
The biscuit. Haven't done wish angles in a while. Let's go.
Ooh, with shingles. Shit, skip.
Leaderboards, that's just there because May wanted me to put something...
Do you normally do the lift there, or is that just spaghetti?
Leaderboards, that's just there because May wanted me to put something there.
That was some pretty cool
That's not a good
spaghetti.
prologue. I mean, it's a pretty good prologue, but it's not like an amazing prologue.
Interesting strat.
It's a pretty good prologue, but it's not like an amazing prologue.
Yeah, if you're doing it that way, you
Pretty good
should
prologue, but it's not
I like
like
dash
amazing.
forward this way, and then I turn at the last second before throwing the damage glitch and take out
Amazing
those
prologue.
2 guys on the left by going that way. And if you do it too late, you auto lock onto this guy and it's horrible. But yeah, if you're doing it that way, you may as well do it like that. And I slow-mo just the same as you did, but basically just prepping the DG animation and then throwing it right as they reach the ground. And it takes out those 2, then I turn around, DG, try to DG both of these guys, but sometimes this guy doesn't die, or most of the time he doesn't die. And then I do a running heavy to knock the shields off, and then as they're staggered by that, I'll laser. And I try to hit all 3 of them with the running heavy and then the laser. Or all 2 if this guy dies.
Okay. Of course, ninjas has to not work out.
That was pretty rough.
Horrible ninjas.
Pepe hands.
Alright, guess we're not PBing.
Guess we're not PBing.
Or if it is a PB, it's not a good PB. Man, failed bush angles, failed ninjas.
And you're not doing the health setup?
Quite unfortunate. Feels pretty sad now.
Ah, prologue PB.
The control on the enemy's upper arm.
Hmm.
Use your pod.
Should be able to take it over. Told you to shut up. Alright, not bad. It's like 6 to 7 seconds on ninjas or something ridiculous.
Oh.
What was my time? 1 minute. I mean, it's still that bad. You guys,
Nice.
when can I do that? Sorry, you guys will have to deal with that splits for now. That splits for now.
Wait, so what did you want me to look at again? Beelines, combat, any small time saves. Okay. Got my eyes peeled.
You guys will have to deal with that.
Wait, is there a way to do like a small jump forward or backwards? Specific time. What if I go like this? And it still jumps 10 seconds backwards, dang. It's a pretty shit player.
To deal with that splits for now.
Fuck, you know what? I might just open it up in VLC. Not VLC, in fact. Hi, Galita. Okay, this works better. I know it doesn't look as good on stream, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can move myself over a bit. There.
The surface? That means we'll be getting
Rip.
flight units.
Ooh.
Better head for the hangar.
Spaghetti.
Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us
This is
grunts.
a very rough
I don't know what the best
bunker.
way to do this elevator is. Tech said he had a really good
Bunker.
strat, but it doesn't work for me. Or I'm not doing it correctly. I find it maybe best to do dash punch, dash punch, dash. But that's just how the length works out for me. And I like dash out of the elevator, not walk out a bit. Yeah.
K2B, why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
Alright, alright.
Ninjas, PB. Oof. Okay. So I'd already lost 6 seconds on ninjas on my PB. So since I lost another, what, 3.5 seconds on ninjas this run, I lost basically 5 seconds on ninjas this run. I lost basically...
Okay, so like a consistent strat there,
6
but not
plus
the
3.5,
fastest.
9.5 seconds on ninjas alone.
You can prep that pod program if you don't know.
On ninjas alone.
But it depends on
6
like if
plus
you get hit
3.5,
or
9.5.
swing really late here, like that last swing you probably shouldn't have done, and then just pod fire these 2 last guys, or 3.
Seconds
And then come here and prep the pod program so that as soon as this guy arrives, it's already firing.
ninjas alone. That's rough.
Because the swing puts the pod program on a
Wait, so that
cooldown
could
for
have been
ages.
like a 14 OX, right? What was my time again? 14:17.
Nice.
Dash punching into that prologue, I mean that
prologue.
trigger always scares me. Alright, forget about the prologue time.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into
Prologue time
space.
not as important as my PB.
Like if Swerve left a little bit here, but it's not major. So here, I don't know the exact shape of the cutscene trigger, but it comes out like this way. So if you swerve like a sharp right, once you get past this little doorway, you actually hit it sooner. So I would have, on this one, I would have dashed and not punched, and then dash and punch into the cutscene. Because that would have hit the correct length to punch into the cutscene if you didn't do this punch. But now you're really close, so you would have to do a short dash and then punch right.
As far as I can remember,
And that would have saved like
have
half a
ton of
second.
time save on quests, so let's salvage that.
So this is the resistance camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader.
But yeah, I don't know like the best place to hit the trigger because I don't want to stand there for hours just like walking into the trigger, then reloading, walking into the trigger in a slightly different place and reloading. I'll save that for when Martino has some kind of thing done that lets us see the triggers. Here I go over these boxes and to the right of the mysterious lady, which I think is, it should be faster because it's a better line, but the boxes are a little bit annoying. Even just going like on the ground next to the boxes is probably faster. And then I go left here like you. I don't go through the door, but maybe through the door is faster, I don't know. Here you're zigzagging very slightly, but it's not huge. It's probably just spaghetti zigzag like me. Like, probably a lot of the stuff I'm pointing at would be different if I watched a different PB of yours. So I don't know how much is worth pointing out.
Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
That should be enough. Let's get these back to the trader. Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants too.
Oof, I
Here
almost
I
missed my jump button.
Plant life.
you zigzagged a little bit right there on the trunk and then here on the building.
Plant life has claimed most.
What I do here is jump twice as soon as possible and then spin as soon as possible and then delayed plunge. Because there's no point delaying the jumps since you don't like 2 instant jumps, like mashing the jump button and then an instant spin and then a plunge is still going to get you over the barricade. Unless you get like huge lag spikes. So there's not really a point delaying them here, because you want to get to the ground as soon as possible anyway.
Oof, I almost.
Unless you were gonna do like jump, jump, and then glide and no spin, and just glide for a little bit, you would want to delay your jumps then. But apparently, according to Remetsu, spinning as soon as possible is just as fast. And it's way easier. This is an interesting strat.
Totally intended strats.
Ah, rip. That's interesting, using the thing to push him away. Like, imagine if you could get behind this guy and bait a counterattack and then launch him, like, over this way. So that he drops the item over there. Ah, that was good RNG.
Even that quest is probably still better than my PB.
The resistance is a valuable ally to your home. By helping them,
Sometimes there are enemies that spawn here on the left
the resistance is
that you auto-lock onto, so I always face right, but maybe it doesn't happen for you, I don't know.
valuable ally to your home. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
I don't know what Danflesh's strat is. I just use the knowledge about the aggro to choose the correct ones. And I go for the biped, and then the one on the left, then the one on the right. It works out pretty well.
I messed up that menuing over there in a while. Damn. In a while.
If you stand left here, it's a better beeline once you stop talking to her to go this way. Since you have the time to position correctly.
Oh, I don't think I messed it up at all.
And then obviously walking while you're talking to her and just mashing the two buttons also works with this dialogue. I think. Or maybe I release my left stick and keep on mashing.
Cool. Should've
That was a big zigzag.
Should've saved a bit of time at least. If I did it, then I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my prologues.
Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make
Yeah, it depends, because I think if you hold left stick left or right, it doesn't change the option. Like, above a certain vertical access threshold, it would. Also, it shouldn't change the option unless you make a big change on your left stick, really. If you hold it still, then it sticks the left stick. Like when you're coming back through here and you have that dialogue prompt, if you just hold forward and mash through it, it chooses the bottom one because you chose cancel in your mashing. But if you don't press cancel in your mashing, then you just press accept. Or press up and then accept. The D-pad should still choose the prompt, but the left stick shouldn't, because it's staying in the same position. But I think I do release left stick for Anemone. No small recovery, Pepe hands. Here I know you do the pod launch one, but I start, like, as soon as I come out of this, I start my heavy hold and just turn the camera and turn my character around and then go through. So that the animation is starting immediately. Can't really do the same thing with pod launch. That weapon swap stopped your dash. I don't know if that was just spaghetti or your usual strat. That was a bit of a zigzag.
A general idea is good enough.
Yeah, you don't need to go that far left. You can come through, like, on the right edge of this rock. and around. Yeah, the weapon swap stops your dash. It's like 0.4 of a second after you weapon swap. If you're dashing, it'll stop it.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
You could do some dash swings there if you angle your camera right. Rightwards, I mean, not right.
This is a beeline that Canaris would be sad about.
Yeah, I am sad about this, but I understand, because right side clip is shit.
Opens a sealed gate with explosives?
It's complete shit.
There's gotta be an easier way, right? Who opens a
If you watch my movement from my recent attempts,
Sad about.
it might be a bit different because you're landing further to the right when you do the left side method. But I do dash, swing. After clipping out, I do dash, swing, dash, dash, and I land here and do a swing off this.
who opens a
And then I dash across, land on the invisible triangle here. And I do a swing off that. And then at the very end of the triangle, I dash, so I get my jumps back. Dash over here. And I do the dash off the edge because you get to keep your sprint momentum if you dash off an edge.
gate with explosives?
But you're playing it a bit more safe by curving around to the left
There's
and just
gotta be an
dashing.
easier way,
But yeah,
right?
dash, swing, dash, swing, dash, dash, dash. I would do 3 dashes and then a swing. And then a dash and a swing. Like that to me is scary going on the left there because you almost go in bounds. But there's a bit of ground that starts like here and goes under this bit of ground. And if you're on this bit of ground and dash, it like sucks you under. But if you swing off this bit of ground, it actually puts you up onto the visible one where the trigger is. It's kind of hard because sometimes you'll aerial heavy if you try to swing here, but I find it helpful to just take the line here instead of curving around to the left and doing all this jump dash stuff. Also, I haven't really timed this, but here I like turn left or right as soon as I get the trigger and then instant plunge, and I still hit the ground here. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels faster. It's not really right to critique you on things that I haven't really looked at too much, but the instant plunge feels faster. You can also go over that rock, but it's really specific, like going over this way. And you keep your slide.
This sand sure is slippery.
That went relatively well, I guess.
Yeah, that is the true stupid rock. Cool. Cool.
Careful.
I'm not sure if I'd save time. The problem.
Too much uphill. I don't know. I don't know the science behind that. Like, it's so hard to test slide stuff.
I'm not sure if I'd save time.
Yeah, you should slide here as well.
Because I save time.
Like, I would just let this dash hold out and then start sliding.
The problem these days that I have, because I'm running blind splits, is when I PB and then I run, I don't know where my time saves are. Because usually I build up that intuition by looking at how much
Probably
time
could have
I lose
cancelled
and
the
how much
slide a
time I
bit
gain
sooner.
on average. No instant. Feels bad.
Monka S.
It's heading for that rocky area.
I am doing blind splits these days Just trying to get my mind off the actual splits themselves.
What's that?
And concentrate on actual gameplay.
I feel like that slide was really slow.
Trying to get my mind off the actual splits themselves.
I think it's because you plunged and it was really far right as well, but you plunged and then just tapped SD and then just fell like straight down. Whereas if you hold SD, you get a bit further forward. And then I go like down here. I'm a bit more forward rather than to the right.
What's that?
And concentrate on actual gameplay.
I don't know, my slide goes like all the way down here. Stops about here. You do have to be careful that you don't start your slide too far up the hill though, because then you get the potential trip because you're going too fast over that little bit.
But it's another...
Almost the same as mine. Does mine really go that far
It's
right?
a distraction another way.
I mean, once I land, I beeline to this place rather than going straight like some people do. I'm not sure which is faster. I think the slide straight is like faster, but not in the right direction. So it ends up losing out.
Right?
But it was ages ago I did the timing and I didn't really do too much of it.
Because I'm trying to calculate whether or not I saved a lost time. Which I shouldn't be doing, but I kind of do it subconsciously.
That was good, but yeah, you can plunge left there. Often I find I plunge too far left just because I'm trying to, like, really push it, and then I have to cancel into a glide. Which you should get used to doing, but yeah, you could go further left there for sure. Slashes. Dan's game.
Oh god.
Spaghetti. Monka.
Oh my god. Great save. I'm happy with that save.
What is this?
Oh yeah, I want to practice this.
Ah. Spaghetti.
Yeah, that was bad. Count Grun Senpais. 1 Grun Senpai. 2 Grun Senpai.
So many Grun Senpais.
Nope, it was a dud. It was a dud, GB. Oh god. Alright. Not the worst.
Wait, what happened?
Oh god.
Oh, just spaghetti. Yeah, getting used to iframing attacks
Not
with
the
your
worst.
DG is really important. And like, slowing or speeding up, well not speeding up, but slowing or not slowing attacks, and lining
I've
up
had
their
worse.
hitbox with your iframes. I think you cancelled a few DGs.
I hate this attack.
Yeah, that attack's pretty horrible.
Alright. Aside from that initial attack...
Yeah, so by
that
this
wasn't
point
bad.
you're like 45 seconds behind a good Ricky run.
I mean, aside from that first attack on the second phase.
And your prologue wasn't too bad. Most of the times in desert. Yeah, you can be more right.
I mean,
Like just go straight up the right side here. Instead of coming forward and left. And then curve around this corner tightly. this is floor. You don't need to go left.
I mean,
Up the
aside
right
from that
side,
first attack on the second phase.
as right as possible. That swing is so annoying. Like, I'm not sure whether I should go for that, but I also go for the same one. It's like, because you dash off here, and depending on what part of the dash you're in, you can get airborne. And then as soon as you land, you can swing. But then a bit after you land, there's like a gap where you are airborne. It's super annoying. But I'm trying to swing between the two bits where you're airborne. Hey, Malnik. Here you can stick around right. You don't need to take the corner that wide. And just go on the concrete here. You also swerve left there. You just need to take the corners more tightly.
I should be ahead, I think.
And here you swerved right.
What the hell just happened?
There you're really right as well. I go on these rocks, which I think is
should be
faster.
ahead, I think.
Looks like we're safe now.
And I dash up this first step and use the running momentum during my jumps and just jump, and then dash onto this next one. So dash up the first, jump, dash onto the third.
What the
And then swing, dash, swing all the way up
hell just happened?
onto these rocks. And then the swing lines up so that I'm starting a swing just behind where you are. And I go up this bit, just like you do with the swing. And then here I've been dashing and then dashing again to get onto the rock. And like jump, and I just like fly forward. You go a long way. You have a lot of speed if you're sprinting and then jump. But I don't know. I haven't timed this specific a bit. I'm not sure what's really optimal.
Let's move to an area with better
And then here you can go slightly more left. Just right up there.
reception so we can contact command.
I'm also kind of confused about what I should do here, but... Like, I used to dash onto this little bump, and then jump. And you swerved right there.
Fighting is hard. It takes some time to get used to. You might be surprised to know, but I actually, for a runner of my time, I actually am very slow. You know, I have pretty bad fights compared to most other runners around my time area. The time saves that I usually do are mostly just from execution of skips and movement, I guess.
That's a good beeline.
Data upload complete.
Roger.
I also have an incoming message from the commander. Initiating play.
So yeah, I'm actually not the best example of good fights.
Contact with several Yorha units that were on their way to the surface.
And you're swerving left here for some reason,
So we presume they're
before the route,
We've tracked the location of their signal.
and here again.
Need all Yorha units on the surface to head over and investigate.
So yeah, take what you can. Trum this.
I heard something
Here you
about
can do a golden eye and look left and then swing.
Target location
It doesn't matter too much. There you went really far right,
probably check this
around the corner.
Looks like our surface route's been cut off. Maybe we
That was
can
weird.
from underground. So 2B,
Ladder spaghetti.
machines out in the desert look just
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that ladder anymore, but now I have to deal with the other one.
were modeled after our human creators. So why would machines try to look like us?
there's no point
Yeah.
trying to work out unsolvable problems.
Yeah. I would have,
After our human creators?
here I would have dashed and then swung like right off this metal thing, directly over here,
Why would machines try to look
and
like
then dash. And then I would have jumped here, and like, just a really quick 1, 2. Yeah.
There's no point
Really?
trying to work
The
out
extra
unsolvable
dash was your
problems.
mistake, and then jumping like really late. Stupid
That's
2B.
a time loss that hurts.
Bit of spaghetti movement. Here you can just... People go so high for this, but they don't need to. Just like come to the top here where you can stand. And then do a delayed lift, heavy jump. And then like a really delayed plunge. You definitely don't need to SD heavy. And you definitely don't need a pod spin.
What are those?
It is kind of interesting how you like go over the fence though. But it's definitely not faster.
What are those? What the?
Wow, this is weird.
I don't think it's faster to jump over that cart, but who knows. You should dash off the edge there instead of swinging to go into this long jump. Dash, jump, spin, dash, spin. Or a plunge glitch. The swing like carries you and preserves your height, but
Oh, that was very
you get a lot of speed from the dash.
unbalanced, let's say.
It's interesting movement. Like you could go through there and like comb through and
That's
improve your
vital.
aerial movement. But I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do it, because you can just watch a VOD. I'd rather
This is
point
gonna
out
be
stuff that
tight.
you probably don't know.
What's this?
And this stuff doesn't really matter. As long as you get there in the end. I guess you're killing them for extra experience.
I'm good.
Oh, alright.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah,
coaster
and then I
movement.
changed my AI from
Coast-
passive
coaster
to long
movement.
range here. I don't know what your AI is set to.
Yeah, I didn't kill
Alpha
the
VC3
flyer, I didn't
mats,
kill
I
the
see.
guy on the alleyway, but I still only barely managed to get coaster. I mean spear. That's pretty bad coaster movement. Good thing it doesn't lose any time.
What the hell?
And you want to do one weapon set for spear? Which is fine, because you're not doing negotiations. Just a little
So
disorientating in some places. Like,
take care.
after the shore fight, once you finish up with the stubbies and then spear dash to the trigger, that's kind of where, like, it's really easy to spaghetti if you only have spear on weapon set 1.
On
Obviously, if you're paying attention to your weapon set, you can do just fine.
What the hell?
Yeah, ranged buffs. I also ranged buff here. But that's something I need to work on, cutting out range buffs when I don't need them.
so take care on, like, have a close look at this Bavar fight, Flongy, Bouncu.
Flingy, flongy, bouncy.
I see a lot of new players get this wrong.
You can improve these things a little bit. Also, I feel like I point this out every
New
time,
players get this wrong.
but if you move away from the thing here, while you're waiting for the shield to go away, and then come back towards it, it's technically more DPS, because the bullets that aren't hitting it and being destroyed are going to hit it once the shield goes down. And then you move closer and your new bullets hit it earlier, if that makes sense. It's like you're getting a buffer of bullets, and then the shield goes down, and then all those bullets, as you're moving towards it, hit it, instead of being destroyed here. Yeah.
You only buff up at the start, okay? What you do at Adam, hold up your laser.
Dead androids.
1, 2,
Nice.
3. Obviously fire your laser straight away.
Yeah, you got the pod swap
and
thing
then
where it
dash
doesn't let
punch
you
these
fire.
guys. You can also dash swing them, but
God, dash punching is so
I never
nice.
even bothered trying.
I wish I could do
It
this.
doesn't even look that much faster, and dash punching is so easy.
Yeah.
Don't buff.
So easy to mess up dash swinging.
Just taunt her and normal.
But it feels so
double dash
minor. It
push.
is so minor. I'm pointing out minor things at
Buffing
this
here is
point.
bad. You have plenty of time to threshold her. Killing these guys are just bonus things. And don't buff here. 2, 1. SD at the end.
And then if you had bought the small
Quite
recovery,
a
you would menu to
fast-paced
set the small
sequence over
recovery
there, but that's what
whilst
you
just
meant to do.
thresholded.
Oh.
That was interesting.
Quite a fast-paced sequence over there, but that's what you meant to do.
You should what you should do here is just as soon as you get control, just do like a tiny, just tap dash and then spam heavy
It's over there,
to do a swing, and that puts you like right on top of the bodies.
but that's what you meant to do.
Oh.
Nice. Dumb skip. You can technically spear dash here. Oh,
Also, I haven't gotten the Bovar fight right in a while. Damn, that felt nice.
and you don't do lamp skip. Pepe hands. Not doing my skip.
The power of teaching someone. You start getting things that you weren't getting.
So why don't the machines or the aliens?
Yeah, well, you want to save the 1 second, don't you?
They originally came here from outer space, right?
Blue and I have been doing this thing where after plunges we cancel it light attack. So you plunge, SD light attack, SD heavy, and that puts you right into spear dashing. But it's like, it's harder to execute than just buffering a dash, and probably not really much faster.
Theories about that, but no one knows for sure. Hard to tell what an alien is.
They all have white flags.
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
That was nice. That transporter is surprisingly very hard to get.
Hmm. Yeah, you can. And it like changes your actual camera orientation, but it doesn't flick to that orientation until after you come out of the village. Wait, never missed the wait, what are you talking about? Never missed the transporter?
They all have white flags.
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
That was nice.
What do you mean?
That transporter is
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
Oh, that's what you
that
mean.
was nice. Very hard.
Yeah, you can start speed dashing way earlier, and then obviously, yeah, go down the left so that you don't get airborne, and then immediately flick back and start hugging the right side. And then beeline here should be more left. Yeah, it's just about knowing where the invisible wall is.
We can get into the city ruins if we move that box.
Operator 6000 QB.
Yeah, I go more left there out of the thing, just
Pretty
hoping
bad
that there's one
RNG.
left. But kind of got fucked by the
I can't
RNG
see the
here.
animals.
Oh,
They're meant to be
Oh.
animals over there, but I can't see them.
There's this operator I kind of liked, but
Yeah, that sucked.
when I asked her out,
Minimap? Yeah, but you don't, you can't see where the animals are until like way later. I'm
How's
talking
my
about the
animal
movement
RNG
before you
here?
see the animals spawn.
What was my what does my possible time save say?
I am definitely not the
Quick
person to
question.
discuss this with.
Yeah, coming out of the box, I mean.
What was my what does my possible time save?
This line you went kind of
say?
right.
I am definitely not the
Quick
person
question.
to discuss this with.
Again, just a minor beeline thing.
more day in this bunker.
You leaving would be bad for me.
I don't know, I feel like you just
Damn
need to
it, I
pay
golden.
like slightly closer attention to your
Easy
destination.
time loss.
Or like the next corner turn you have to take. Should be going directly to it.
All Model B combat
Oh,
units
that kind of
require
wrecks
the
removed.
assistance of an operator.
This
How
camera
the
on
fuck
Monka
did I
S.
gold animal RNG?
Invisible walls are shown on minimap. Are you sure? Because
Nice.
like there are some places in the game where the walls on the minimap are not the walls at all. Like when you're going towards desert. Actually, I guess I can show you now. If you look on the minimap. Like here, look at the minimap. This building up here is like insanely inaccurate. Wait, can you see?
Oh man, that
Yeah,
was
you can.
scary. Those robots was right on my tail.
Yeah. Let me see then. Yeah, like it changes anyway. I don't know, man. I don't think minimap's like a good thing to be using there. You can go to the right of her as well, but it's a little tricky with the camera doing its weird thing that it does.
What do you think?
Nice.
You believe we're not
Cool.
threats?
Now that I think about it, I think I forgot to turn on shuffle for the music. Feels bad, man.
Insane spaghetti. Let's watch it again.
Think about it, I think I forgot to turn on shuffle for the music. Feels bad, man.
Stupid ladder shenanigans.
Easy time loss.
What's that noise?
2B, this is an emergency transmission from the bunker. We're reading a Goliath-class enemy inside the
Spaghetti.
Alright.
and it looks like
I
there's
thought I was
one
airborne
other
for a
machine
sec.
there with it.
I don't know why.
All units should proceed
That
and
you went really far out right there.
Goliath? This was a trap. I knew it. 2B, command is deploying new flight units.
Double jump heavy, really?
Just set the
Because you don't have to
coordinates.
walk forward for like a split second before doing the lift. Because you move during the jump.
Good, the animals scattered.
I haven't really been paying attention. Rip.
2B, command is deploying new flight units for us. They just set the coordinates, so let's get going. On.
Feels like you go a little bit right there with that rock in the river. You can just go straight up it at
Good,
any
the
point.
animals scattered.
And like something else to think about too is you don't want to overshoot the corners with spear dashing, especially.
Good.
Like you'd like to set each one so that you end a dash like just past the corner and then turn, so that you're not spending time going in not the direct direction. You're not spending time going on like a tangent, which you are here when you come this far out. So that it's like each step you do of the movement ends just past the corner, so you can turn
Just ask away right
for the
now.
next one.
We got plenty of time.
Should be easier on... Wait, what do you mean?
The flight units should be on the roof of that building up ahead. It'll be dangerous, but we're not going anywhere unless we pass through that.
It's less of a problem with dash swinging, because you can turn the dashes and the swings while you're in them. Spear dashing is not so... It's more rigid. Just cancel with
so
SD.
front
Yeah, but
coaster,
then you're
back
doing
coaster.
inefficient
I'm
movement.
assuming you only watch back coaster, where you jump to the back of the coaster,
Like, I don't know.
and you kind of...
I feel like if you adjust like the 5 or 6 spear dashes slightly coming up to the corner, it's better than just getting like just short of the corner and then doing a quick spear dash to get past it and cancelling it. You know?
Time. Hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Like slightly adjust the duration of each one rather than starting a completely new one and then cutting it short.
So yeah, if you've only watched back coaster, I think the back coaster is basically you just pod spin at the right time and then dash out of it. So that one is a outdated, harder version of it. Do it that way now. The trick is... The issue is that there's
Oh
no
gee, that's really
real
close.
good guide on it
Monka
yet,
S.
but I can... Yeah.
Yorha, this is your commander. For the first time in centuries. Yorha, this
I go like slightly right of the highest part of the trunk here and do like just dash. I think I just do 2 dashes from like that point. 1, 2, and then jump, jump, dash.
for the first time in centuries. We've intercepted a signal belonging
And then,
commander.
like it depends on where you come off this and reach the top here, but you went like pretty far right. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just like check... You know how I released that really short clip of me doing perfect movement here, but it wasn't with a plunge glitch. But quite frequently, if you dash swing and then do the plunge glitch and then do another dash swing off here and then do the plunge, you can check one of those clips and that's pretty good movement. Insta-killed him. That's cool. I wonder how you did that.
Almost.
Yikes. You shouldn't go too far left here. Like, I swing off this little bump here. Yeah, and then just dash forward and swing off here. Do like a max range swing and then a max range delayed plunge. Yeah.
But it seems to be underground. Like way underground.
Guess we'll see once we get there. If we're lucky.
Oh, you're not spear dashing here.
Are you 2B?
I thought you liked spear dashing here, Mura.
Look at all these dead machines. Seems like they've been
Hey,
here for a
Sassy.
long time.
No, this is A.
I don't know. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's a new time zone.
Ooh, our argument, huh? Is that what it was?
The only remaining option.
Meh. Meh.
That's a zigzag.
Back this way again?
Dang. Insane zigzags.
I'm not gonna run E until I get a good A time, alright?
Dude, it's like the Mura in this video
Joke's on
is
me, because
speaking to
I
the
said that this
Sassy
was
right
a
now.
Good enough A time for me, but it's not, so...
Hi, remote.
Transmitters? They let you transfer your consciousness to a temporary...
actual prologue time, but then I lost 9 seconds on
Yeah,
ninjas.
you can just come back and watch the VOD if you want. Rip.
So yeah, rip prologued. Alright, bless RNG. Don't sell the mediums. 4 dented plates, 2.
Oh, you should use the vault proofs while you're, like, right after you get into the flight units for city angles. You should just spam the vault proofs there, because you have nothing better to do. Or like while you're flying to city angles.
4 dented plates, 2 severed cables, feels bad.
Feels severed cables, man.
No crit chips. I might just reset this run at Grun now. I'm fine running without VC2. I'm not fine running without VC2 and no crit. I mean, running with VC2. I'm not fine running with VC2 and no crit chips. If I get some weapon attack ups, I'll reconsider.
I would drop the heavy SD heavy here, so that you can do a second SD to cancel the pod launch and still be able to plunge. Yeah, that's a good idea, remote. There was a zigzag. Another one. This spear dash went like really far right instead of left. Yeah, like this whole bit's a bit zigzaggy. When you go up there, I go like the middle path. Again, I haven't timed it, but feels like the middle's faster. Although it is harder to get up.
Did you see that fast speed dashing? Cancelling that dialogue on
Here, there's a better line you can take too.
speed dashing.
If you come like just here, you can just basically go this way over all the rubble. And you never get airborne.
That dialogue
You just come along here.
on better at VC2.
You don't need to swerve all the
Good
way to the
speed
left.
dashing right there. Whoops, I'm not on the correct weapon set.
Don't need a capture card. I do if I want to use like a... If I want to use OBS at all. And not stream directly from my PS4.
I did get good wows.
And I need to get a capture card anyway.
Guess this run continues.
Yeah, like here you can have a better line as well. Over that rubble. And there as well.
Unless I'm behind, like run.
No, I don't have
15
Bloodborne and I don't have
seconds.
a PS4.
Yes, it does.
Using OBS. PS4 remote play? What? What's that? Does that not have extra input delay?
But majority of the time save from VC3 is not actually the movement bonus, but it's just how much better combat is with VC3.
You don't need that many jumps there. Also... Yeah, like you can land on the rock down here. And then spear dashing can actually put you over this rock. And not even get you airborne on the other side. It's pretty good. So you could just start spear dashing earlier there. That's a bit of a zigzag. and you can beeline better here as well.
Listen to what they're saying, 2B.
Like, there's the ground behind the waterfall you can look at in practice if you want. But you can basically start here and go all the way straight upwards relative to the camera at this point. You don't need to go left.
How are we supposed to reach that castle?
And you didn't really go to the edge before jumping. So you could take a sharper plunge angle. Optimal plunge angle there mathematically will be 45 degrees to the right angle of the corner. No plunge glitch, Pepe hands. It's just more aerial movement that you could improve if you wanted to.
I mean,
you can SD cancel that.
VC3.
R1, SD, R1, SD, R1.
It's a matter of you just kind of check for it doing your buys at Pascal's Village, and if you have it, great. A 3-minute.
These can be slightly faster too, but it's like hard to optimize them without fucking it up. R1, yeah. Oh, light attack, sorry.
It's basically that.
I'm too used to Soulsborne runners.
Like, it sounds like I'm pissed about it, but I'm not really too fussed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, things happen. Sometimes you get VC3.
Could save like 2 seconds here too.
Don't.
But that was just like,
It's part of your
I know you
skill
know what to do there.
Having a good run when you have pretty much can always be on pace, or it's actually the opposite. It's hard for them to be on pace for a PB, but when that on pace comes and they don't have VC3 and their run gets wrecked by it, I get the frustration.
What you see in front of you is your enemy.
But she's...
But
He deserted us.
I'm not the best at A2, so I'm not gonna comment on anything.
I'm nowhere near the top. I'm nowhere near a top runner yet.
You can spear dash down those steps, but I don't do it at the moment
So
because I like slow-moing.
not something that affects me.
I'm not sure. I think if you slow-mo by a certain point, then you can still access the transporter.
Funny because I think
Slow-mo spear dash. Uh-huh. I have enough fingers for it, but
yeah, if I submit my time, I think I'm good for
I couldn't do
7th
it.
place.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
But most
What
of
are you doing, you madman?
the time, I think I'm good for 7th place. But most of the, well, some of the runners in the top 10 are still
That's
like,
some major spaghetti right there.
most of the runners in top 10 are like completely dormant. And they're dead. And but you're a special case. You don't try A.
It's not recommended to interface with machines without consulting command.
I'm coming after you, man.
I just do 3 dash swings there.
Still, machines are the enemy. Don't forget it.
I'm not sure if it's worth it to spear dash. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I know, right? Why is...
You can stand on this square that has ground. So what I do is clip out and then
Why is...
I land a spear dash in the middle here and just cross over like that. Just 1, 2, over to the other side. And then here you can cut this corner pretty sharply, but it just depends on how sharp you want to go, because obviously there's the soft lock if you go too sharp. But it's quite a way in, like you should probably mess around with that.
Oh, it's in a...
This is going like really zigzaggy.
on like one top of our leaderboards. Why knots? Why can't... Oh wait, knots running near. Alright.
Yeah.
I hope this works. I'm gonna jump to the right because I'm scared.
I think that would have worked the
I
first
pussied
time.
out.
Maybe it depends on your loading speeds.
As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance,
There you could,
you debate.
if you get airborne from a DG like that, you can just SD cancel after you throw it.
Out.
Androids don't need to bathe. As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
Okay. I really don't like this strat, but it's whatever. Okay, it wasn't too bad.
I think that's the last of the machines.
Cool. You know, I like honestly, this is a good run. I don't think I've done anything bad yet. So far, it's been a great run for me. Nothing that really I feel like, oh, I could have done better.
So, after A2, you were a minute 45 behind, like a good pace recce run would be.
I hope this run actually PVs. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask, am I ahead?
Why do you want to know if you're ahead?
Because, as I said, I really haven't done anything that I felt like, oh, that was really bad. Or, that was not too good. Aside from post-Adam movement, I think I screwed that up a little bit. But again, that's only a little bit.
Yeah, a sub 49 A2 is a good one. I've gotten it a few times. Like, even towards 48.35. I think one of my runs was like 48.37.
I see Canaris pod programming there, and it looks very, very good.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what did you just say about me?
But
what
again,
did I miss?
That's only a little bit.
Oh yeah, if you don't touch your left stick here. Yeah, this is like easy as strat.
But again, that's only a little bit.
Because it resets your position to the middle. So if you just don't touch left stick and wait, and then pod program, the missiles are already here, and then they just spawn into the missiles. And then you swap and do it for the second punch as well. It's like the fastest way you could possibly kill those.
Also, I keep forgetting to pod program there.
And it's a no-brainer.
I see Canaris pod programming there, and it looks very, very good.
Okay.
Am I ahead, or do I need to check? I don't want to check because
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
But I will check if I have to, because I don't want
guys,
to
enjoy Grun.
If I'm not ahead, or I'm very behind. I trust you, GV. It's just that. No, I trust you. I trust you. Faith. I'm doing good. Good. Alright, as long as I'm ahead. Shoutouts to the weapon attack ups I got from 4 robots. Without those weapon attack ups, this run would have been dead. Question is, do I go for the 0 cycle on So-Shi?
Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
Kinda just run into Grun, yeah.
Hey, May, if you're still here, could you tell me if 0 cycle So-Shi is possible with 2 weapon attack ups?
Yeah, there haven't been any like huge mistakes.
+1. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's possible?
Okay, good.
By the way, level 15 before core 1.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, I suppose. It's so
guys
easy
got
to
nervous,
spaghetti
didn't ya?
these for some reason.
Missing that first
But yeah, I
core.
usually do 5 and then pod fire as I move away, and it dies.
Eliminated. Preparing for satellite laser strike.
Preparing for laser strike. Oh, come on. Come on.
I'll help aid.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some
Nice.
stupid mouth.
Do you use the program on the little ones? You should. Oh, I see what you were trying to do there. Rip. Mura?
What's on my live split layout?
Oh, Mura. Mura, yeah. Mura. Mura on the wall. Yeah, you should use pod program. Kill the first one and then move to the second one and program it. I don't like programming the first one because sometimes it over-rotates when you've just arrived. And so you'll be programming nothing, basically. Three, 4, 5. Yeah, so like, instead of slashing here, you would just move into this corner. Or like anywhere around here, it doesn't really matter. And program it. It actually dies quicker than slashing and pod firing. And then, as long as you get into the bit here, right in front of it, and like as close as possible, then it dies in one. So, it's fine.
Cool. Free time save from gun. Maybe.
Monka S. Blind. Nice plunge glitch. I'll just assume that was
Plunge
deliberate.
glitch, but I'm not unwelcome for that. Because
I'm not
I
sure about
accidentally
spear dashing there.
jumped off the wrong platform.
And yeah, you get airborne if you dash swing or spear dash off that. Yeah, like I would just dash around the corner here and take a sharp turn. And then dash swing like once here. And then, like I would try to come along here, jump, like do a tiny hop, delayed plunge, like as soon as I can. Like that plunge was really late. If you plunge past the
feeling the CCC
the
right
little
now.
bit of rubble sticking out, then
Usually,
you're gonna
if I have
drown warp.
VC2, I just take the transporter. I'm pretty sure my PB took transporter, so we'll see if it's quicker to not take transporter in VC2.
Oh, blue spear dashes over the thing that makes you airborne.
Oh
Interesting.
god, now it's definitely quicker.
Monk S. Thought you were gonna land on the elevator.
Damn.
That's spooky.
Bit of time loss.
Good morning, Flingy. How you doing?
What is this?
You're zigzagging here too.
What's with the corpses?
And another zigzag. Pod launch is faster? Fuck you.
Even more time loss.
I'm never pod launching out of the elevator.
Have a keen interest in humanity, love, family, religion, war.
I think I fucked up my mansplaining though. So I'm gonna gain back.
Wait, what do you do here? Okay.
Mansplaining is always scary. Slightly less scary now that Amei discovered slow-mo works. But still scary. Okay.
I don't have time for
Ooh, lucky.
Wait, slow-mo works for what in mansplaining?
Oh no.
Oh, he trolled you. Oh, for elevator softlock, I see.
Copyright splaining.
There. Oh, that was
lucky.
close. Here you should have just... It's faster to finish off fights by, like, here. Don't throw another DG after this point, because you already have 2 spinning on him. And starting to throw one takes one away.
Oh.
It would have been better to just leave it. Like, that should be your last DG. And then he'll just go, Nyoo. And you almost got
lucky.
fucked for it.
Again, bit of luck from both of them. I get so nervous on that now. Oh.
I speak to the trader, but like it doesn't matter too much.
Analyze current trends among the machines.
Here, a line I've been taking is like directly from the transporter. I go like right of the truck here, and then this way,
Analyze current trends among the
and then through these gaps here.
machines. Huh. Something tells me this is going to involve a lot of killing.
Proposal. Procure information from the machine life form known as
Alright.
I suppose
Question
someone
is, do
knows
I go for
how
Shabu skip?
far. Can you hear me?
Oh, hello, Two.
You know what? I don't think I'll ever go for Shabu skip from now on.
Oh, not going for Shabu skip. I thought you said it was consistent.
Fence jump is literally risk-free and it only loses like,
The machines that disconnected themselves from the network. They
what?
wanted to discuss
A couple of seconds?
Yeah, it's free,
3
Muranieum.
seconds or something.
What's up?
seeking to form an
Compared to optimal
That's what they want. Why don't they move in?
I believe they're
optimal
working on
Shabu skip.
a colony of their own.
You don't see
So here is the same thing with the barricade. When you're going to supply trader quest. Should just do 2 quick jumps and a spin, or just 2 delayed ones. And with this, it's actually viable to just jump, just do 2 delayed jumps and then glide for a bit and then delayed plunge.
Indeed.
I don't know how.
'Cause it's a
worth
shorter
Shabu skip is.
Distance you need.
I can give you the coordinates if you'd like.
How much time does it actually lose in me?
I was actually planning to go speak with them myself, you know.
It's just so annoying you can't SD cancel spins.
Sounds good.
If you could, we wouldn't have a lot of the issues we have. Yeah, and you didn't get the run out of the animation here, because you didn't mash the dialogue through before you were done spear dashing.
Closing live split yet.
Certainly does.
6 to 8 seconds, maybe 10. That sounds insane. Do I go for it then?
I know I've tended to go to the left or right here, but you should actually just speak to him front on, so you get the dialogue as soon as possible. Since you don't care about going past him quickly, you just want to speak to him as soon as possible.
Alright, let's go for it. There's just that one time that I lost 30 seconds.
Shabby skip.
Because for some reason I couldn't clip in. That was on really good pace. It was that PB where I was... and I lost 30 seconds on it. I should be comfortable with it though.
Nah, fuck spear dashing here. I hate it.
It just... after that one time, it just gets...
It just seems like you get the cutscene way later.
A bit nervous.
After getting there. Like it's limited by the dialogue you get in the tunnel or something.
It's like that after the first time you softlock in mansplaining, you get a bit nervous in mansplaining every time, you know? That kind of feeling?
Just dash in? Really? Wait, are you talking about this room?
I should be comfortable.
Because yeah, you
with
should
it,
just
though.
dash in. Yeah, jumping doesn't do anything here.
It just... after that one time, it just gets a bit nervous. Bit more than a bit nervous.
Speed line.
It's like that after the first time you softlock
So
in
spear dashing
mansplaining,
is
you
actually
get a bit
faster, and you
nervous
guys
in
look down, not
mansplaining every
up.
time, you know?
Interesting.
That kind of feeling. Also, I had a really good factory.
I'm not sure what the fastest way to void out
I
is.
can have another good factory.
Like maybe
I think I
plunging or
first
pressing
tried every
SD
skip.
delays it. But I'm not sure.
Come on. Good, Pascal. Nice.
Good stuff. One benefit of plunging there is that you use up your dash, so you can actually like press dash to buffer it right before you teleport, and you'll dash once you have teleported back.
Alright, final part of factory left, and also Pascal literally just came in instantly.
That was good.
Nice. Just don't land it. Just don't land it. Oh my god. Did I land it? Void out, void out. I think I landed.
Good. Safe.
Where am I?
Oh my god, Mura. Mura, why? If that ever happens again, you should just,
Where am I?
just, god, just pod spin that way. Pod spin will free you, and then plunge. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Factory. Oh my god, factory.
This is why you lost to Cypher.
Factory killing long runs like always.
The door's open. Keep moving.
All right.
Rip, like 30 seconds?
Yep.
What's that?
Rip 30 seconds. I don't know if you've tried this yet, but yeah, take a better line here.
Rip,
Like going directly to
Like
the end
30
of the scaffolding
seconds?
thing.
what's that?
Because you can do it without jumping. It's just hard.
Alright, since I lost that much time in factory, I guess I'm gonna go for Shalbu skip.
Exit route secured.
10 seconds faster, what then, world record? Probably. Whatever the official world
Shalbu
record
skip
was.
to make up for it. Where are you, Pascal? Oh, I lost a super long time on factory. This was on such a good pace before.
Pass on the 122.52, yeah. Makes sense. My factory was a pile of shit in that run.
Damn. Unlucky. Feels Kana, man. Kana lost his first run. That was on like a really good pace from factory. Not that he had my problem.
Which run are we
He didn't
talking
have my
about?
problem. The game just screwed him over.
Wait, when was that?
Nine-S, that Goliath we just encountered.
I got it.
I never lose runs to factory. What are you
Oh,
talking
don't go for
about?
it.
I just shut down the electrical grid.
Enemy shield deactivated.
Oh, don't destroy the leg.
Oh, that was close. Monka. Dude. The spaghetti
I was
continues.
very close to just flat out not getting one cycle. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
If you don't think you can DDG slow-mo to get the 0 cycle, like if you don't have
shall we
crits or
skip that?
something, or VC3, then you should go behind him and get a half cycle. Like, go behind him, and then he'll collapse whenever he does. And then when he gets up, his first attack will be to turn towards you. Or his first attack will be to tail stab you, which he sometimes does. But typically he turns towards you.
Shabu.
That's true, Mad Insane, that's true. Should just stay in prologue forever. Yeah, and then after he tail stabs, I think you should move towards his front so that he doesn't have to turn much before transforming. Yay. And yeah, I realized that it's really consistent if you just use the minimap there, because it's actually accurate for where the ground is. Oh,
Damn.
feels bad, man. Yeah, half
For some
cycle.
reason, I knew that was
It's
not
really
gonna
a
work
one cycle.
somehow.
He does one attack, but the attack doesn't look like an attack and it's really short.
Yeah.
It's like Beauvoir. Her 0 cycle is where you kill her before she even chooses an attack, and then she just ends up choosing
Somehow
a
I knew
random
that
one.
That was not gonna work, but
Half cycle is where she chooses spins and you kill her halfway through.
I accidentally started gliding too early, I think.
Or blades,
no, that was
rather.
no accident. I thought it was not
This is
gonna
a really
work,
shit line
so
right
I
here.
started gliding,
I don't
and
know why you're
think
going
that's
right.
the thing that made it not work.
This is losing like 3
So it feels
seconds or
bad.
something. Let's watch it again.
Too early, I think.
You should go towards this point.
Well, no, that was no accident. I thought it was not gonna work.
And then what I do
So I
is,
started
when I
gliding.
get to about here, I do a long dash, and then I land on this thing, do a dash off, jump, and then turn the corner with a dash and plunge at the end.
And I think that's the thing.
And it
that
takes me all the way to the bottom of the
made
stairs.
it not work.
Yikes.
So it feels bad.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
And I told you Sharpie Skip was free.
I'm heading back to the resistance.
It's just I get nervous after losing 30 seconds to it. Just
There's a
like
bit of
I
zigzags
lost,
here
I
too.
lost 20 seconds to Factory V2 even though I never lose
And
that
zigzags here.
time.
Hug this
I
corner,
lost 20 seconds to Factory
like here.
V2 even though I never lose that time usually.
Yeah, and camera.
Or whatever amount of time I lost.
Ah, zigzags.
Receiving.
You're losing so much. You've lost like 6 seconds on this part already.
How much time did I lose actually?
6 seconds, that's how much time. Why are you going this way? Your destination's over here.
Why are there numbers
Monka S.
contacting the bunker via laser relay system?
Community golds are probably shit.
Get out of here now.
Winners get a better summer best than me. Mr. 122.38. Remote, I tried destroying the bodies with plunge and then buffering a dash, and I don't think it worked.
Anymore.
I forget what
Now that I
exactly
think about
happened.
it. Either way, I shouldn't be too hyped. And also, I hate it. Stupid stubbies appearing out of nowhere here. Stupid stubbies appearing out of nowhere here. What causes this? Someone really needs. And also, I hate it.
For real though, you should probably like stay back.
Either way,
Because
I
you know
shouldn't
that
be
they
too hyped.
spawn like on the left side of this square thing at the end of the walkway. So if you stay behind that point and just
And
keep on
also, I
spamming
hate
DGs, they'll spawn into them and
it.
die.
Stupid stubbies appearing out of nowhere
But yeah,
here.
it's pretty horrible when you
What
go too
causes this?
fast.
Someone really needs to find out.
I think they always spawn there, but it just depends. Like it's based on the time
I'm
taken or like how many kills
I shouldn't have been.
then
but
they
I'm
spawn
scared.
in. I don't know what causes them to spawn it and at any given point, but I think I think they always spawn in.
I died there once, so
Yeah, it sucks remote. Oh, this is an annoying attack. You have to really just spam your DGs if you want to keep up with him there.
This is never going to end.
Hypothesis. The Goliath-class enemy screen has summoned the local machine life forms. Proposal.
cool.
Tupi, you okay?
I'm fine. Let's take this bastard down.
Right.
Whoa, he's never
Uh-oh.
been here for me ever.
I really don't know how Core 1 works, by the way.
And how is he not dying? Yeah,
How is he not dying? That's what everyone always says on Core
I
1.
think I golded core 1 by like a huge amount on my PB.
I think if you get knockdown,
Time
skip, and Suckman Ip, then you don't have to buff for Core 1. They're probably only really a VC3 strat.
Whoa, he's never been here for me ever.
I'm starting to like not slow-mowing for the first like 3 or 4 damage glitches and then slow-mowing. Just to get him taunted for sure, because, you know, slow-mo messes with taunt for some reason. And I feel like after a few seconds pass, some sort of shielding comes down. Like maybe the rubble changes or something, and you can actually damage him better. Well, do you know how this works? I don't. I don't think
How's he
anyone
not
knows
dying?
like how
Yeah.
Core 1 really works.
That was a.
It's just
slow
so
core.
weird.
I think I golded
Sometimes he
core
doesn't
2,
taunt
core
or
1
get
by
damaged
like a
much.
huge amount on my PB. So I'm gonna
Like you'll
do
be
as much as I
DGing him
can.
for ages, and then his health bar will start showing, and it'll be like full.
They're still coming? What do? There's too many.
I think I was on web slot 1.
Sophie,
Nope.
can you hear me? Our village is under.
Pascal? Come in, Pascal!
Shit.
Music ended. Feels bad, man.
You probably don't have to go this far right. Definitely not to the right of that tree.
Damn it!
Like they don't really aggro you immediately if you don't pod fire them, so you could just beeline to the rightmost enemy and then start your DGs from the right of that if you want to like do this thing where you DG down the fence,
Oh my god.
you know?
Let's take these guys out.
I just like
Damage
pod
gets
fire them
fucked
so they aggro
up.
immediately, but if you were to do this strat then You definitely don't need to like go that far right.
Do be careful.
That was close.
A little bit of zigzag.
What is this?
Looks like he's bombarding the area with forced
A
connections.
little bit of
These
zigzag.
transmissions are making the machines go haywire. We have to find Eve and destroy him.
Everything must
Die.
Why did you kill my
That was almost terrible. Is that how
I
you
wonder
normally
if
do
I
that?
even should be slow-mowing. I don't think I can get one.
Like DJing that early? And going behind him?
Oh, I got 1 cycle.
Massive energy signature
Cool, so you could have stopped slow-mowing a bit earlier there, but I understand if you wouldn't want to do that.
machine life forms.
Because you really don't want to get a 2-shot, 2-attack, whatever.
Damn it. We'll never get anywhere like this. I'm going to try hacking into Eve and
Please
shutting
don't have to
it down.
rebuff.
Back me up, 2B.
Enemy unit coming
Cool.
from network functionality.
Alright, here's
If
where I
you
have
if you get a
still
1-attack
long
phase 1,
time
you should never have to rebuff there.
save.
Should
I'll
just...
just let this one.
What are you doing? It takes a lot of practice, but you should really just like get used to pod launching through waves like that. I would be mashing the fuck out of heal there. That was quite brave of you.
Okay. No.
What
I
are
didn't
you
have slow-mo.
doing?
Slow-mo, so... could have been a lot faster. But I didn't have slow-mo.
Alert. NFCS destroyed.
That could have been a lot faster.
No longer operable.
Like, a lot faster.
No. Why go so far? How many buffs did I use?
Yeah, this is a good strat. Staying like that distance away from him so that he doesn't move. And then moving into him now.
NFCS.
Far out. That menu at the end. Alright, what's the time?
Must have been corrupted when Eve detected.
Did I PB, guys?
NFCS.
Far out. That. Far.
Oh, I see what I did. Thanks, remote. Oh my god. This phase 3 was really long. Okay. Here, buff. And then I would just pod launch right now. And mash down and action to heal through it. While holding down pod fire and like mashing taunt as well. But the taunt's the lowest priority there. And then you'd be on him right now, so he wouldn't be moving around, he'd be stunned. Then slow-mo, light, heavy, plunge, double laser. And that's like a lot of his health gone already from the first attack. And now you're waiting around for like nothing. Yeah, this. And then plunge there. I don't know why you didn't plunge, I guess you just dropped the input. Somehow. Double laser, you still have your pod C, okay. And then this is good. Unfortunately didn't hit him. and launch again. Or don't launch.
No. I didn't have slow-mo.
Or I guess because you're level 19, it's fine for the threshold.
No. I didn't have slow-mo, so...
Yeah. I mean, maybe, wait, is this pod C? Wait, you didn't use skill cell, that's why it's taking so long. Wait, you don't get skill solve?
I'll just let this one...
You can laser every single time you pod launch into a melee combi. You have a double laser or a single laser available with skill salve. It takes like 1.5 seconds to pick it up. At Pascal's. Or just buy it from Devon Pop. You would have been able to kill him here.
I didn't have slow-mo.
In fact, it would have been way earlier. If you didn't spaghetti. Oh. That phase 3 plus factory would have been like what was your finish time here? 1:26:14. It would have been like 1:25:30 or something. Or even less.
Could have been a lot faster.
Man. Yeah. So anyway, just like as a recap, DG iframes in Atom and in Silo 3. Just like cut out some aerial movement here and there, like Mum Skip, Rainbow Road. Optimize Desert Barricade. Desert Sand Slides might need another look. The Myth Plunge going into Desert Housing. Just like looking at your destination and beelining there. Like having the camera, having it visible in your camera so that you can actually see where you're going. Maybe like learn how to do the So-Shi half cycle thing where you go behind him. So that when you're not confident that you can go for the 0 cycle, you can still go for that one. That's what I do that most of the time actually. I barely ever go for the 0 cycle. Because I just suck at it for some reason. Learn the movement coming out of factory. Like where you plunge down the stairs. That should be in the old recce. And Blue should be doing it too, I hope. And then like take tighter corners everywhere. Like there are a lot of, like even coming out of Atom Pit, that escape sequence, you could have taken much tighter corners there. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, and don't use defense buffs. But Blue does that, so I can't really hold that against you. Blue validating the crutches of other people. All right. So there you go. You're welcome. I hope it helps. Like, yeah, you could save so much time from beelines. With corners. And so could I, probably, somewhere. Somewhere where I'm not realizing. There's a really, like, I should get a piece of string for the analogy that I used on Windsuper's PB. Oh, I actually do have string here. I have some twine. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to, like, properly do it. That's desktop, this is camera, yeah. So, so here's the string. Oh, this is gonna be hard. So like, if you pretend that this finger here is a point where you need to turn a corner, and then there's another, yeah, like another point on the opposite side of the string. Hold on. So point 1 and then point 2. This is the string is the path that you're taking. The string is the path that you're taking. So you start down here and come around the finger and then beeline up to this point and come around the next one. Like, it just makes sense, man. It just makes sense. You wanna, like, or even like, if you look at this, like this, my fingers are a bunch of corners, or a bunch of points in a corner that you're going around. You come up one side, and then you're beelining around the individual points in the corner as well. Yeah, come around the finger. It just makes sense, and you should be trying to do that everywhere. And you should always be able to see where you're going as well. Like, not looking at the ground too much. That's my take on beelining. That's what I'm thinking about when I'm actually, like, trying to do that. You play with your eyes closed, that's also a good strat.